Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Garth's Garage with thanks to the guys from Valvoline. I thought this week we'd just run you through how my career went from go-karts at the age of 8.5 in a little dirt track in Kewdale in Western Australia to a V8 supercar driver based in Victoria. My family were involved in motorsport. My old man was involved in Speedway initially, working on a Speedway car for a friend of his, and then they decided to go circuit racing at Wanneroo Raceway. And that was an RX-7, Mazda RX-7, and I can remember from about the age of 2 or 3 there was always a race car in the garage at home. So grew up with motorsport always around me, and it was about the age of 8.5 when Dad realised, hey, we can buy the kids a go-kart, and away we went. So I started racing karts, and I really enjoyed that. Started on the dirt, like I said, did that for about 2.5, 3 years, and then moved on to the bitumen. Still in WA, and raced karts till I was about 16. Moved into Formula Ford, had success in Formula Ford with fast lane racing in WA, won the state championship in '96, and then we won the '97 Australian Formula Ford Championship, which was a really big deal for us because being based out of WA, racing against all the guns on the East Coast, but predominantly all the championship on the East Coast was a big deal. And two of the guys that I was racing against for the championship that year was Marcus Ambrose, who was driving the Valvoline Formula Ford, and Todd Kelly, who is still racing against today. So big battle for three of us, and we came out on top at the end of the year ahead of Marcus, who finished second. Todd was third in the championship. We spent a huge amount of family money that year to win the championship in '97, and we didn't have anything going for '98. Couldn't raise the budget to move on to the next step. So I was back just literally working on a Formula Ford for the race team at Fast Lane Racing. Leanne was actually part of Fast Lane Racing at that stage, so that's about the time we met. I was working on her car, I was working on a friend's car, Tim Lay, and started the year just as a race mechanic. And then in about March of '98, Steve Richards got an opportunity to go to Europe and leaving GRM and racing for Nissan in the UK, and that created an opening at GRM. So I heard about this opening, got on the phone to Gary, rang him and said, hey, I think I need to drive for you. He goes, yes, I know who you are. He gave me a test that week. The following week was Phillip Island V8 supercar race. I think it was round 3 or 4 of the championship in '98. He gave me a go that weekend. We had a pretty good weekend, although I did stall it on the line from my very first start. He gave me a go again, and then about at the end of '98, he gave me a 3-year contract from '99 onwards, and that was certainly my big break in my career to get into the supercar series full time. If it wasn't for Gary, I certainly wouldn't have the opportunity to be a professional race car driver. So it's been great to bring you how my story went from karting to supercars. Valvoline actually been quite interlinked in that story the whole way through, and it's funny how we find ourselves connected again now today. And great bunch of people, and it's great to have their support not only on the racetrack with GRM, but certainly professionally and personally with me also. Thanks very much for watching.